Welcome to the Connors and Ferris High School Sports Show. I'm Jeff DiVeronica with my co-host Steve Bradley. Wait.
Oh, we did it.
I did it. No look. It was a no-look bump right there.
You're Magic Johnson.
Did I say bump? What do you call that, Steve? A little foreshadowing, right?
I think so.
Who's our next guest?
We got volleyball.
Who is this episode all about, Steve Bradley?
Pittaford Sutherland volleyball coming in off an emotional win over Irondequoit last night.
It's always emotional against Irondequoit, for me, certainly, because that's where I work now, but also because the head coach of the Knights is an Irondequoit graduate, and they've had their battles over the years. But the good news, Steve, is in sectionals this year, they split the A class. Irondequoit and Sutherland, different classes altogether. Now, A1 and A2 is split. We're going to break that down with Coach Taylor Rivera and the Knights after they're coming off a big win. It was our Pittaford Pub Game of the Week. We'll talk more about that in just a minute, tell you more about the pub a little later on. But they beat them in 4. They've gone to 4 sets twice this year, Pittaford Sutherland has. One was on Friday, a big Friday night matchup against Irondequoit in Pittaford, and the scores of that was pretty good. It was 25-18, 25-23. Irondequoit won the third set 19-25, and then another close one in the fourth set 25-20. So, and Sutherland's going to be right in the mix. They're 10-1 as we record this. They got a couple of tough matches coming up, including one against their town rival, Mendon. And they also finished the season with a tough match against always difficult Mercy. But let's bring on to our specialties hotline a host of Knights here as we record in the morning. We have the head coach at the top of the screen there, Taylor Rivera. Welcome, Taylor. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Fantastic. Lila Keating, a versatile middle hitter, one of the seniors on this squad. She joins us in the bottom left, the red hair. Hi, Lila.
Hi.
And then Ryan Kotalik. She is a senior libero. She's going to go play in college at Denison. And second Kotalik in 2 years we've had on the show. Technically the third, because we had Dad and Jamie, the diver, and also volleyball player on. Hi, Ryan. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Fantastic. We never say hello, Steve. We just go right into it.
We can do it. It's our show. We can do it how we want.
Some greetings. So let's start with Coach Rivera. Coach, you've had a lot of solid, very good teams at Sutherland. What do you like about this squad, and why do you think they could be a contender?
So I really like the versatility of this team, and we kind of proved it last night in the fourth set. We had some injuries that had us mix up the lineup a little bit, and we were still able to step up, fill in some gaps, and take the fourth set to win the match. So our versatility, and then this team is one of the best as playing as an entire unit. One of the things I've been talking about this season is not leaving each other on islands, and they do a phenomenal job at really joining together, playing as one, and picking each other up when they're down.
So, Lila, when we look at this team, there are 7 returning starters, and you've got a core of 6 seniors. You and Ryan, of course, are both seniors. Ella Treasure, McKenna Lamella, Amelia Samuelson, Ella Wong, Juliana Lyons. How close is this team, and how does that help you on the court?
Each other. We all know each other really well, and no matter what, we're always there for each other on the court and off the court. Like, we just all have like a great dynamic together, and that just makes it all the much better.
Ryan, let me ask you about Lila a little bit, because Coach told me she's very versatile. She's been very effective in the middle for you, but you have players that can play multiple spots. What are Lila's strengths as a hitter and as a volleyball player, Ryan?
I think Lila does a really good job of like moving the ball around. When she gets maybe an offset, she knows exactly where to put it in the middle, on the right side, wherever she's hitting in the front row. And I think that's really valuable, especially with the setters, knowing that she can put it over and get points. Even if she doesn't get a kill, like, she can still put it in play.
Lila, same question to you about Ryan, because libero's kind of a specialist position. What makes her so good at that?
Ryan is just like, she takes control out there. Like, having her behind me, like when she's passing, it just makes me feel like super confident, because I know Ryan's always got it. She's just a great leader out on the court, and she always takes care of it for us.
She had I think it's a team high 17 receptions, which is fantastic, by the way. I got to talk to Coach Kalari about that. I never get my texts, never say receptions. I get digs, I get kills, but receptions, is that technically a serve receive? Is that a reception, Coach? Is that what you consider a reception? Okay.
Correct.
17 receptions in the match last night. She has a career, a 932 receptions in her career. Ryan, what's the toughest part about trying to save a spike or
Keep the ball alive?
keep the ball alive? What would you have to give advice to a young player about what it takes to be a good digger? What's it take?
I think knowing exactly where you are on the court is really important, and staying low and like ready to move in all directions. That's one of the things I've been working on, like knowing exactly where I am on the court so that I can pick up anything that goes like a little bit to my left or right or forward or backwards, so I can move anywhere. So I think that's really important to know.
How about this? Fearlessness. You know, your sister's a diver, right? They talk about the fear. You got to go over the fear of smack in the water. Have you ever been smacked with a spike in the forehead? No, you
Many
have,
times.
right? Many times. See, right? Only hurts for a second. I always tell my daughter, only hurts for a second, honey.
Taylor, this kind of a following up on what we asked the players, but you look at this team, you've got talent and experience. There's kind of an old coaching adage that talent plus experience equals success. How does this all work together, though? I mean, sometimes when you have a talented team, it doesn't all fit together. How do you get these pieces to fit together?
So I think the most important piece is the chemistry that they have, and the way that they work together and really help each other out, like Lila said, on and off the court. Like, that is something special, and that's what makes us so successful is their ability to support each other and really play together and for one another.
We're talking Pittsford Sutherland girls volleyball right here. We'll take a quick break. You're watching us right here on the Connors and Ferris High School Sports Show.
Whether it was Dad letting you grill for the first time, or Grandpa taking you out to a ball game, or even a summer picnic before the fireworks on the 4th of July, Zweigels has created generations of memories that shape who we are and what our community has become.
I'm a biomedical sciences major. My goal is to one day open up my own pediatric office. I want to create an environment almost similar to the environment that Roberts creates for me. I want them to walk into the doctor's office and feel love. When I got here, I was just like, yeah, this is home. This is where I need to be. Be prepared for an adventure, be prepared for a journey, and enjoy the journey.
When it comes to workers' comp, things can change quickly.
The only way to make sure your rights are protected is to have a trusted, committed attorney on your side.
An attorney who has devoted their career to helping injured workers.
Someone to fight for the money and medical benefits you deserve.
The only person on your side
is the attorney at your side.
Connors and Ferris, your workers' comp attorneys.
There are plenty of professional sports teams in Rochester, but there's also a lot of great high school sports action in each town in our area. When's the last time you checked out a high school game? Section 5 sports are about more than just wins and losses. They're about teaching teamwork, dedication, and discipline. So support the kids who play for your school. Get out and watch a high school game today. For more information, including schedules, rosters, and stats, visit section5.org. That's sectionv.org. Brought to you by the Monroe County League and Section 5.
Baby, sweet baby, oh baby,
You know, whether you come here as a 6th grader or a 9th grader, you have to spend your 4, 5, 6 years here and just get involved in so many different things. And then you're going to go out and set fire on the earth. When you get through McQuaid Jesuit, you're not going to fail when you get out in the world.
So from the consultation to the installation, I think the word that comes to mind is easy. I've talked to a lot of people where their renovations have been nothing but headaches, and this was never a headache. It was easy. From the moment Marty came and talked with me about all the options and about all the process, he was so easy to talk to. It was like talking to an old friend. Laid everything out. There was no pressure. I just felt very at ease about the whole process. And then when Ryan came, he was in at 8 o'clock and he was out by 3:30. It was incredible. And with the supply chain issues right now, the one thing that I loved the best about Bath Fitter was that they do all of their own production and then they also do their own installation. So it was a quick process. We were able to get the installation date within a few weeks, and it was just easy. And we are so thrilled with our brand new gleaming tub. So we couldn't be happier.
Welcome back to the Collins and Ferris High School Sports Show. Jeff, DiVeronica and Steve Bradley talking some Section 5 girls volleyball like we always do. It's so exciting, and they had a tremendous win on Friday night. It was our Pittaford Pub game of the week, 4 sets. It was Sutherland over Irondequoit, 2 traditional rivals for many reasons. But this year they're not going to meet up in sectionals because they've split the A class, Steve. And I know Coach Rivera is probably really relieved. Let's bring her on, our specialties hotline. Really relieved about that. That's her alma mater. You've had some battles in the past, but doesn't mean it's any sort of cakewalk in class. Now, you're in class A2, right? Irondequoit's at A1 with 2-time defending champ in A, which is Churchville. Who else in A2 are contenders with the Knights of Sutherland?
So our top contenders are probably Mendon and Mercy.
Mendon, that's interesting. We have a match coming up pretty soon with Mendon.
We do.
Coming up this week, actually. Mendon, you're going to be hosting Mendon on October 18th. So,
Yeah,
and then you finished the season with Mercy. So that's interesting too. So certainly, are you happy to have those 2 tough matches to end the season?
Yes, I think having those 2 matches at the end of our season is really going to prepare us and give us the right trajectory going into sectionals.
Lila, a lot of teams just focus on having kind of a mantra of getting better every day. You're relatively a little past the halfway point of the season, maybe the 3/4 point. What areas did you see this team getting better as the season goes on?
I think I see us like growing stronger, like when we have like moments where we're behind, like when we're coming from behind, like we can push forward like better than a lot of other teams can because we have that like strength within us. I see us just getting growing even more in that way.
So next year, we mentioned this earlier, but it's my bad. Lila is only a junior, so she'll be back with this group next year. And Ryan will be going to college. And Ryan, you've already committed to Denison University, and you are going to play volleyball, right? Oh, there's a sweatshirt right there.
Yeah.
Where is Denison, and what did you like about the place? Why did you want to go there?
Denison's in Granville, Ohio. I'm actually here right now. And I really liked the campus. It's really like secluded kind of. And there's also a really good college town, super close. And the gym is air conditioned, so that's always good.
Is that good college town called Columbus by chance?
No, it's Granville. It's
Granville, but
like
Columbus, you're not too far.
Hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like half an hour from Columbus.
Wow, okay.
I will be seeing the Denison Club hockey team playing in a couple months. So.
Did you get on a plane this morning?
Me?
Yeah.
I drove here this morning.
Wow, you're a gamer. Wow, they're good for you.
Yeah.
They're fantastic. I'd be asleep by now. Because I'm like, she's playing in a match on Friday night. She's in Ohio the next morning. Fantastic. So, well, that's great. I used to live in Ohio. It's a great state. I love Ohio.
Easy drive. I make it about 6 times a year.
Steve's son goes to Dayton, Ohio. So, what do you girls feel about finishing off? I mean, when you play against Mendon, whatever it is, I mean, you're volleyball players. And Lila, do you play another sport or is it just volleyball?
Just volleyball.
Okay. When you play Mendon, how much extra juice is there in the locker room and when you're warming up? Does it feel different or do we overblow that as media types?
Yeah, I think honestly, like, because we have that like crosstown rivalry, when we're in the locker room, we're always like getting super excited, listening to music and dancing and like just like getting hype, I guess. Like we find that extra energy because it's such like an important game.
There. Oh, well, there we go. We have to go there now.
We've got to go to Coach here. Coach, obviously, our new special guest is Benny, your 4-month-old son.
Benny, welcome to the specialty. Welcome on to the specialties hotline, Benny. How are you? Welcome to the show, young man.
Welcome to the program.
This is the youngest guest we've ever had on the history of the program, 20 years.
It might be. We're right there. Coach Young had his daughter, I think, last year too, but that was pretty young. But
4 months. He's only 4 months old. Benny Rivera. Hi, Benny. Coach, go ahead, Steve. I don't want to steal your question.
Coach, just how are things going, man? Managing a newborn child and coaching and just all of those things where, probably Benny's schedule might not be the every day what you charted out to be, and you probably got to be pretty nimble and pretty flexible, I would think.
Yeah, so we knew since he was born that we needed to obviously have a flexible schedule with him and for ourselves. But with volleyball, it helps. My husband keeps him for practices usually. And then for matches, my mom is super supportive and my dad is super supportive, and they usually come to a lot of the games and watch him during varsity. And then during JV, the team is amazing. They love him. So they either take care of him or the parents asked for a sign up to hold him during the games. So we just have an amazing program. I have amazing parents and an amazing husband. So the support system just really helps a lot. And he's an amazing baby, so that makes it easy as well.
Benny making an appearance. I love it. Girls, let me ask you about volleyball for a second. You have a great team. You have versatility in your positions. You've got a freshman setter, Chloe Cuniff, and Jordan Leader as a sophomore. You have we mentioned Jamie Kotalik, freshman, as a defensive specialist. Juliana Lyons, your senior setter. Jordan Leader, sophomore outside hitter. And of course we mentioned Ella Treasure too, senior outside hitter. Girls, when you're in a match and it's going the wrong way, I mean, people don't realize that have ever watched a girls volleyball match or any volleyball match, how difficult it is to stop momentum. How do you stop? Look, Ryan, you're the daughter of a coach. I'm going to ask you this one. How do you stop when it's going against you in a match? How do you stop it, the momentum?
Volleyball is such a mental sport. And so I think we try to get out of our heads super quick. And if someone's making a bunch of mistakes, or if the team is just not working well together at that particular moment, I think we try to just take a second and remember that we all know how to play together. And we try to remember that we can play our game and not play down to maybe our opponent or kind of lose our energy on our side. And I think that helps bring the other side kind of off of our radar.
I forgot. I have to ask this question to you. I forgot that the connection. As I mentioned, you're the daughter of a former coach, Jeff Kotalik, used to coach the Mendon volleyball team. So is there little extra juice when you play against Mendon that your dad coached there? And I guess also, what have you learned from your father as being the daughter of a volleyball coach?
I think there's a little extra momentum, but a lot of it just comes from this team. We all know that there are crosstown rivals, and we really want to have a lot of momentum against them. And I think I've learned just to play as a teammate from him. He taught me a lot when I was younger, just play as a team. Don't play for yourself. Don't play for anyone else. Just play as a team.
Lila, statistically, there's a lot more men coaches than women coaches in girls sports. And I'm just wondering what kind of a role model or what kind of influence you see from Coach Rivera, being a relatively young coach, new mom, busy, and still having the time to work with you and kind of mold women leaders of the future. What have you learned from her and just the way that she goes about her business and works with your team?
Yeah, so I really love having a coach that's a woman because she can really relate to us just because of everything that goes on with us, and she's just like a friend. We can always joke around with her, even in serious moments in games, we can always look to her to laugh or smile when we need it, if we just need a deep breath or a reset. Honestly, I just think it's great. It's nice to have a role model like that.
And I would think, Coach, even in the tough times, rough day, rough practice, you walk home, you walk in the door, you look in the sidelines, you see Benny's face, all is forgotten, right?
Yep, pretty much. See that little toothless smile and everything's better.
Benny's a big boy, 4 months, right? What's he topping off the scales at this point? Have we weighed him lately?
Well, we have not weighed him recently, but at 3 months, he was 15 pounds, 10 ounces, and 25 and a half inches long. So he's like 94 percentile.
And do we have a Halloween costume picked out yet for Benny?
We do. He's going to be a little dinosaur. About a week ago, he started growling.
Hey.
So we thought it would be appropriate. So he's going to be a little T-Rex.
Awesome. Well, Benny, thanks for making some time for us in your busy schedule this morning. We appreciate it. Oh, cat's got his tongue. All right. And ladies, thanks for being on our show. We do appreciate it. We wish you the best of luck moving forward in everything that you do. All right?
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. That was good, Steve Bradley. Well done, sir.
That was fun.
History made. Youngest guest ever. I'm going to call it 4 months. We haven't beaten that, I don't think. Who had a kid on last year?
Isaiah Young had a young child last year, too, that I think he was in the office holding the young baby.
I don't think I was here for that interview. I don't think I was. I think I was on location that Saturday.
Okay.
For our producer, Joe Brott, and my co-host, Steve Bradley, I'm Jeff DiVeronica. Thanks for watching us right here on the Connors and Ferris High School Sports Show on Rock Sports Now.